This one? Good? Good? Alright, this is going to be in the deleted scenes. Okay, ready? 3. Yeah, because nobody watches the regular thing. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Friday Evening Podcast. This is episode number 4. I'm joined, of course, as always, with
Jack Powers.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'll let you do your intro.
Jack, how's your day been so far?
It's been good. It's been long. I played Smash with my brother, Super Smash Bros. Melee for the Nintendo GameCube, and I felt my mind melting into itself as I played these games.
You just became muscle memory at one point?
I stopped thinking. I think I stopped breathing as well.
You started seeing through the perspective of Fox.
Exactly, yes. Fox McCloud and Falco Lombardi.
That would be interesting.
What's up?
First person
Melee. Smash. They've tried it, and it kind of looks dumb.
Yeah.
How would you even do that? It would. First-person fighting games.
Yeah.
This is not Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
I guess.
There you go.
But that game is fun for a little while. There's not a lot of depth I feel like you can do with
Punch-Out,
it.
that's true.
Because at the end of the day, it's just kind of
you can difficulty. It's just difficulty. They just keep upping the difficulty. You just have to keep memorizing patterns. That's all of Punch-Out. Because I played that shit for the Wii when it came out. When I was young. I don't even remember. But
that was a launch title.
Exactly. I believe it was. It was an early Wii title. I bought it at Costco. I remember very well. Costco used to have a video game section. I don't even know if they have it anymore. I haven't seen it.
They still do.
Okay.
New video games are $5 off.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
But
you have to have a Costco membership to do it.
Damn it. What if you just had a Costco membership just to get $5 off of new games?
That's way more than $5 a month.
Yeah, not worth it.
You can ask your dad.
No, it's gross. No.
Dad, you won't bring me.
It's Dad, give me the new Smash ball.
The first person Smash.
The Poke Smash. Gross.
And they go, son, could be in a faggot.
And then I was about to say, you just get beaten. We went 2 different ways in the abuse spectrum. I'm glad that we did.
Verbal and physical.
Verbal and physical. So great show intro so far.
Yeah.
Drew, what have you done today, Drew?
What have I done? Today, the new Dark Souls DLC, Dark Souls 3 that is, came out on Tuesday, and today, me and 2 other friends who we've all beaten the game, we decided, hey, we'll sit down, play this. It's apparently better than the first DLC that came out, which was kind of whatever.
How many DLCs have been released for Dark Souls?
Only 2.
Okay.
And this is the last one they're releasing.
Oh, shit.
So they're done with Dark Souls after this.
Dark Souls in general?
Yeah, in general. This is the last Dark Souls release. Because, the third one wrapped up in a way that's this is it.
This is it.
And then...
no more Dark Souls.
Yeah, it's a really cool final boss. But, so we played the DLC. We switched off every death, which in Dark Souls can be semi-frequent.
It's a lot.
We actually did okay.
That's good.
It was hard for me, though, because I've been playing Neo, which is another Dark Souls-y kind of game. Controls are completely different. I was doing it, why did I dash it?
It's difficult to reach. I had that way for racing games. Different racing games had different things. A and some was accelerate, A and some was handbrake. Yeah, it's fucking...
Yeah, but anyways, we played the DLC for 4 hours, I think.
Oh.
And we only beat the first boss.
Oh, that time. Fucking my.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what... Man.
It's pretty brutal.
Yeah, Dark Souls changes a guy, man. It changes men.
It's the most accomplished you'll ever feel.
I guess. In a video game?
Yeah, for putting in some button commands.
It's the most least accomplished you'll ever feel.
In reality, doing nothing, you feel really accomplished when you can beat this one boss that just takes hours upon hours of doing. And to some people, that's an instant turn off, like you, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But no, it's really fun. It's one of the few games where you come away and you feel like you've actually done something.
Oh, in life or just in the game? Because I think it's just in the game. I understand. I shouldn't be playing the cool, not nerdy kid because I'm nerdy. So
every outing is its own personal adventure. Put that on the box.
I mean, great, Drew. That's actually the title to this episode. Every whatever you said, I can't remember.
Too long.
Goodness. So
last episode was the not racist episode.
Episode was the let's not say too many political things and fuck up our audio.
Yeah, we'll try to keep it more lighthearted.
We'll keep it light like a fine cream.
But to start that off, we'll spin
a fucking wheel. Drew, spin that shit, white boy.
And away we go.
Oh no, I revealed your race. Oh damn it.
Fuck. It's not like the video in last week's episode.
Shit. Not at all.
And you couldn't tell, but I'm like, well, Jack.
Oh.
Funnily enough, we actually talked about this earlier.
Uh-oh.
What's the last song you listened to on Spotify?
God damn. Okay. All right. I proposed. So we're trying to have more segments in this show, right?
We've had none so far.
People love segments. So people love segments. I proposed a segment which turns out to just be one of the choices on the wheel. So I can't come up with any original fucking ideas.
And that's why I chose you for my partner.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. The last song that I paused at the 110 mark was Crooked Teeth by Death Cab for Cutie.
From Plants.
From Plants.
That's I think that's one of their better albums.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, it's no
Transatlanticism. I don't even like that album.
What's the one with all the? I can't remember. Oh, okay. God, it's got Bixby Canyon Bridge. It's got narrow stairs. How can I not remember that? It's No Narrow Stairs. Thank you, Drew.
Do you like that album?
I love that album.
I like Bixby Canyon Bridge. I think that's a great song.
And nothing else.
And it tanks from there.
Oh my God.
Okay, actually, I Will Possess Your Heart is good.
Yes.
But after that,
it goes from Bixby to I Will Possess Your Heart, or yes.
Yeah, it's
then
1,
to
2.
No Sunlight.
Once you knock out Punch, and then it goes, I don't know what the fuck else to do.
Then to No Sunlight.
I don't like No Sunlight.
Great song.
I don't like that.
And then No Sunlight perfectly transitions into Cath. How can you not like Cath?
Cath is good.
Cath is a great song. Oh my lord. But then, okay. Not listen to this album. Listen to this album.
Do you like Talking Bird?
No, Talking Bird's pretty awful.
Do you like You Can Do Better Than Me?
I do, actually. I do enjoy it. It's kind of Dylan-ish a little bit, at least with the keyboards and stuff.
I like Grapevine Fires. That was one of my favorite Death Cab songs for a while. The rest of it's awful. Actually,
Long Division's not terrible.
I don't like that song. The Ice Is Getting Thinner is a good closer, though.
I can't remember that song. I haven't listened to that frequently.
It's where they break it down and they go all serious.
Oh, yeah. That's when they get, I need you so much closer. Oh, my God. Wow. All right.
Transatlanticism, I think it's one of the most hyped albums, or overhyped albums of all time.
Really?
Yeah. I
guess I had relatively little hype going into it, so I enjoyed it a lot.
I like it. I like it, but after hearing that it was like the album that got people into music, I was like, it's not really.
All right, that's interesting. That's like Neutral Milk Hotel in my opinion. Like that overhyped, but still good, but still overhyped.
Yeah, that was one of the albums that I was like, music can be, deep.
Exactly. I enjoyed it. That's a great little intro album by Neutral Milk Hotel in the Airplane Over the Sea. Is a really, really great album for if you want to be a person who labels himself as listening to new, good music. That's an album to get into.
It's a good entrance level album. Because
I'd argue Tame Impala as well. I would argue Lonerism at least. Not even Currents.
I'm talking about albums to get people into listening
to music, I guess. In my opinion. Maybe not Tame Impala, now that I think about it.
I mean, a lot of people say OK Computer. I think that's an overhyped album, too.
I don't listen to much Radiohead. That might have to be the next musical endeavor.
They are really good.
Right. I'm big into Steely Dan right now. That's my thing right now. Steely Dan's fantastic.
It's really good.
They're incredible.
But Radiohead, actually, last week was OK Computer's 20th anniversary.
Fuck.
Yeah. It's pretty old.
Dicks.
Oh, my
lord.
So, so I listened to the album again. The lyricism's really good.
Okay.
But some of the music is really kind of boring.
OK Computer... What album cover is that? Is that the...
So, it's kind of...
Is that the one with all the words on it? No, that's
Hail to the Thief.
Yes, deep.
Yeah. That was a George Bush shot.
I mean, shocker.
On the cover is... It's kind of weird. I'll put it up here.
Is it like his
You probably
face?
know it, though.
Oh, okay.
It's just abstract.
One, yeah, it's just weird as hell.
My favorite Radiohead album is Kid A.
Yeah.
It's really...
That's what a lot of people think, I'd say.
It's definitely got a barrier, that you gotta get past.
You didn't like it the first time.
No, I thought it was like, what the fuck is this shit? And then I listened to it more and more, and then I started hearing the beauty in it. The closing track is my favorite Radiohead song of all time.
What is it?
Blind Creep, of course.
They played Creep for the first time. Have you seen it? Recently.
They don't play it anymore.
I know. Recently, last year, towards the end of it, they played it for the first time in 8 years, and the crowd went insane when they played the opening, and they played it all the way through. And actually, it was in Paris, which is interesting. So they were all singing along, and freaking. Remind me of the lead singer's name of Radiohead.
Tom York. It's spelled
I know it's spelled
but yeah, Tom York.
I was going to say that, but I didn't want to sound dumb. He forgot the last verse. Like, he forgot it, like, after the big, after all that, when it winds down, he went like this, and he can't remember. He looks back at the drummer, and the drummer says, "Whatever makes you happy," which is the next lyric.
It's just a repetition of the first, so I don't know.
No. It's different lyrics. It's whatever makes you happy, whatever you want.
Okay.
It's a little bit different, and he completely forgot it because yeah, Jesus Christ. I mean, it's. I still dig that song. They may hate it, but I still dig it.
That's a good entry level Radiohead song.
Is it?
I mean,
I thought no other radio. Granted, this is not a Radiohead fan talking about Radiohead.
I think, like, if you want to say, can I like Radiohead music? Play that song, you'd be like, I like Radiohead music. But then you really get into it.
You're like, that's not Radiohead music.
Kid A, if you can appreciate and love Kid A like I do, that's when you kind of know, okay, I can handle pretty much anything they'll throw at me.
Nice.
In Rainbows is the second best, and probably the most accessible album as a whole.
Oh, okay.
That's one that I might recommend checking out first. That or OK Computer.
Right.
Kid A is when you think you can hang with the big kids.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Can you hang with the big kids, Drew?
I am a big kid.
Jesus Christ. So, Drew, what is your mystery? I love how we talked way more about Radiohead than Death Cab. It's like, fuck it.
We can still talk about them.
I know nothing about them.
Their older albums are good. Their newer albums...
Oh, Death Cab?
Yeah. Their newer stuff... their most recent album is ass.
But I think anything Ben Gibbard touches is at least better than... Like 50% of the music.
I like his voice is really unique.
Oh, it's delightful. It's wonderful.
Okay.
I want to sound like him, and I just can't.
The last two songs I listened to was "Bitches Ain't Shit" by Ben Folds.
Well, that's just a whole nother rabbit hole.
I haven't listened to that song in forever, and I put
it's a nice thing to remind yourself that it exists.
That's very middle school.
Yeah. That's entering high school me.
That's
right there.
Look at me, I'm edgy listening to music like this, and I'm also super white.
Yeah, I was to say, I'm edgy, but god damn, am I still pasty? Yeah. That's really interesting. Now that's funny. I remember. I
still know all the lyrics to this song.
What?
Too.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
like I was listening to it, I was like,
lyrics.
"Fuck, man!
God damn it, I'm back."
I learned how to play it on the piano.
That's a great song. I mean, Ben Folds. If you want to talk about a genius, I think Ben Folds is extremely talented. Another talented Ben, unlike Death Cab. Like Death Cab. Ben. We'll wrap. Don't worry about that. Yeah. But fucking, I mean, Ben Folds 5, weirdly named Ben Folds 5, and there were 3 members.
That's just their humor.
That's just their humor. It's just them. Like they made, like, you wouldn't think that a piano bass drum combination trio would rock that fucking hard, but god damn it, do they? Like, they have songs.
How
that
many
are just
albums did they put out?
Oh, so many.
I only know
a lot, actually. They have a ton of shit. They're deeper than you think they are.
Okay, I only know Whatever and Ever.
Whatever and Ever, Amen. They have Naked Baby Pictures, which is pretty good.
I haven't heard
that might actually just be a live album. I might be wrong.
Okay, I've listened to the one that has Army on it.
The Life of Reinhold Messner, or whatever the fuck, I can't remember his name. Ben Folds 5 discography. I don't know. They're a little bit deeper than you give them credit for.
Okay.
They have
They're very angsty.
They're angsty, but not to the point of. They only had 5 studio albums. Never mind.
I didn't think they had that much. Yeah.
I think they have a lot of songs on them. Related articles. Korn discography.
Oh fuck.
J Quan discography. Who the fuck are any of these people? But Jesus Christ. But They had some good ones. They're good. They're like not cringy anthems for teenagers, if that makes sense. In my opinion, like Song for the Dumped, that's a good song. Not cringy. When on subject matter that normally trends towards being very cringy, that's just give me my money back. Give me my money back.
You bitch.
You bitch. That's so straightforward. Yep. There was like a Reddit thread that was like, what's your favorite fuck you song of all time? And like the top response was Song for the Dumped by Ben Folds 5, because it's just very simple.
Well, that album also had Brick on it, didn't it?
Did it? Oh, damn. That's tough. That one's fucking heavy. Again, Like,
you know what that's about, right?
Yeah, it's about fucking abortions,
Yeah,
isn't
man.
it? Jesus Christ. Keeping it lighthearted. Hear him?
He's had like 4 wives or 3 wives, something like that.
He's a bit of a torture genius, right? Like, he's had problems.
Well, he's not. When's the last time he's done shit?
He had some album recently, in like 2013, in this decade.
There was a feature by Regina Spektor on one song.
And like they loved it, and
I was like, okay, but the rest, it kind of looks Mary Poppins-y.
Yeah, it's fucking Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's weird. They have one song called "You Don't Know Me," which was
that's
a popular song from it. He recently released in concert 2015 to 2016 last year.
Is it just?
He had an album called "So There" in 2015.
Okay,
which has, I believe. No, it doesn't have fucking.
That really flew under the radar.
That one, it has no songs that I've heard of. The one that I've heard before is. Way to Normal has.
Way to Normal is the
Way to Normal has
one.
You Don't Know Me, and it also, I believe, has shit. He had one song with like the Muppets. I want to say recently. He had one good song.
He was
recently.
He was on the
Muppets.
Street.
Yeah. Do It Anyway was actually a song that I really enjoyed, and I want to see if it's on the newest album of his. No, it's not. Okay, I don't know when Do It Anyway was, but I really fucking enjoyed that song that featured the Muppets in the music video. That's the song I'm talking about.
Yeah. I mean, the only solo Ben Folds album I've listened to.
I'm thinking Ben Folds 5.
There you go.
Shit.
The only Ben Folds album I've listened to is Rockin' the Suburbs.
Yeah, that's great.
I think that's just like a classic.
Again, anthems, my man.
Yeah, exactly.
It's great.
And I've listened to parts of Songs for Silverman.
I'm thinking The Sound of the Life of the Mind is the most recent legit Ben Folds 5 album, and it has Do It Anyway on it, which is an interesting song. It's like a weird almost like ragtime sound. It's strange. It's weird as shit. He does
a lot of those kind of songs.
He does so many weird fucking things. I don't know Ben Folds 5 too much though, or Ben Folds a lot.
I don't really either.
What was the other? You said 2 songs.
This is one of my 20-minute songs. It was a Godspeed song.
Post rock. Post rock. The Post Rock podcast.
We'll get fucking real. Okay.
Post rock.
Post rock is some of the best music that, in my opinion, it's kind of
it's some of his favorite music.
Imagine a modern movie score soundtrack,
right?
Kind of that isn't made for a movie.
Imagine a musical adventure.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Right. It tells a story without lyrics. I think.
Indeed, it does.
And the masters at this is a group called Godspeed You Black Emperor.
Yeah.
And I was listening to the second.
They don't have that many albums though, do they?
They don't.
Yeah, that's funny.
Well, because each album is so long.
Shit, Jesus! How do you write stuff like that?
Okay. So
I guess it's like back to classical composers. How some pieces were like several minutes. I don't know.
They're the group that I want to see the most live.
Oh yeah.
Because every time they do it live, it's different, of course.
Ooh,
so it's kind of jam bandy in that way.
Oh, I never thought of that.
Yeah,
they can't play that shit note for note, can they?
Yeah, because they have the tune to it.
Okay.
But the transition, and they might just improvise some shit that they think is cool.
That's wonderful, man.
Yeah, so they only have, I want to say 6.
Hey, Ben Folds only had 5. Ben Folds 5 only had 5, so 5 for 5 members.
They are because so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 albums, and one of them's an EP.
Nice.
But the EP is my favorite.
How long have they been around?
1999.
That's nuts to this genre. So yeah, that's an interesting. That's such a weird. I don't know. I could have gone if I hadn't known you. I could have gone my entire life without knowing about this entire genre. That's strange to me. I feel like there are a lot of subsets of metal as well that I'm just not into at all, and that are very very popular. And I just don't listen.
Speaking of metal, so post rock can weave in elements of metal, but I think heavy metal gets a way worse rap than it deserves. Because heavy metal does a really good job of mixing some heavy fucking shit with really beautiful segments in there. And just post rock, I think, is just great for a lot of reasons.
Drew's essay on why post rock.
I could
keep going. I don't give a shit.
But probably the thing about post rock is that it is really long.
Mm-hmm.
Most post rock, most good post rock songs will be 12 minutes minimum. Because the Godspeed You Black Emperor, like some of the members have formed like 4 or 5 different bands.
Oh my god!
Just to write their own things.
Oh my god.
And like one of them is called Silver Mount Zion, and so they release it's post rock with lyrics in it. So they have a singer now.
Oh shit!
And it's really good. Too. It's not as good as Godspeed,
right?
In terms of like just building up to the climax, and then you get there, and you're like,
and you get there, and you're like, what am I listening? And you can't. And the thing is, you can't skip to that climax. Like I realize, like good. If there's a song with a good part in it, I can't just skip to that good part. I need to listen to the whole song.
Yeah, it is
because it's not the good part if you just listen to it.
It's the best part and the curse about it.
Exactly.
It's so cathartic once you get
like
there.
there's one like drum. There are a couple drum fills on a song Aja by, I think it's how you pronounce it, by Steely Dan off their album Aja. Again, I think that's how you pronounce it, AJA. And there's the drummer is just fucking stellar on this one track, and it's only for like 10 seconds halfway through the song and like 10 seconds at the end, but you have to listen to the whole goddamn song because you can't just listen to a drum fill over and over again. You have to listen to it in context.
Exactly.
And I mean, post-rock just heightens that even more.
And yeah, really the whole point about it is that you have to go through the whatever stuff to really like magnify how great the good parts are.
Is this accurate? Like, you don't really have a favorite post-rock song? I don't know. Maybe that's wrong.
I have a favorite post-rock album.
Yeah, exactly.
But probably not
particular
songs. Yeah.
Or moments from 20-minute songs.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I don't even have, again, we were talking about earlier how I don't have a great attention span for media, obviously, because I don't watch movies that much. I don't really watch TV shows. I listen to post-rock because I don't know. That's the one thing I can, in fact, sit through and listen to as an album, at least in the background.
The great thing about it, because it's so long, you don't know what's coming next.
It's true, yeah.
I've listened to these albums shit tons of time, and I still can't tell you exactly like this is when this comes.
Oh, this part. Oh, I love this. Yeah, you're just like,
because I mean a good amount of it is just kind of like ambient noise, but then but when it gets back, you're like, oh fuck,
you're like, oh my god.
There's 2 post-rock groups coming to Atlanta. That's where we are. Don't find us. First one is
episode 4.
It's Explosions in the Sky, which I've told you about, which you might see with me. They're going to Athens.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's it's week before Easter. So man, sorry if you hear this.
This is not the plans. This is not the plans podcast.
Yeah. But then another group is Sigur Rós.
Ooh.
Sigur Rós is a Icelandic group.
Oh, of course.
That made up their own language for this for their music.
The Tolkien of
so
post-rock.
It's a combination of Icelandic language and like just noises that sound lyrically good with the music going on.
Oh,
so it's more about the noises that are being made than the message that is being put across.
There's a new trend to shift gears a little bit. There's a new trend in hip hop and in trap and in rap in general.
It's about time.
They're nice. Where there's this kind of genre, or these rappers who fall into the genre of mumble rap, if that makes sense. There are people like Lil Uzi Vert, like not 21 Savage. I can't come up with that many examples of it. My primary example is Lil Uzi Vert, where you listen to them more for the noise than the lyrics, if that makes sense. Yeah. Like where in Migos Bad and Bougie, he comes in, yeah, and people just like that vibe that he gives off. Is it? Oh, it's floor cleaning. It's floor cleaning. So we apologize. Sorry. But it is floor cleaning.
We'll just let this pass.
The Andy Griffith Show, starring. You know, that's the Andy Griffith theme song?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good old show.
Have you ever actually watched an episode of the show?
Yes,
okay, cool.
Several. My dad grew up on that stuff, and he really likes showing us because it's good classic comedy.
I grew up watching
that's a different.
The Brady Bunch and Gilligan's Island.
That sounds like your family. Yeah, that's yeah. That sounds a bit like your family, which is interesting. That's funny. Okay.
They just don't make them like they used to.
They don't make them like they used to.
Super stereotypical white families, all about good times.
That's what I'm saying. It's back when TV was great.
I mean, why those shows were so popular, though, is because, like, this was, what, like, 50s?
60s.
Yeah.
Early 60s.
Yeah, and so, like, but around this time, this is when people were starting to get, like, earthquakes, and
wow, yeah, this is when a lot of noise was made.
There was a lot of stress that was kind of arising because this was the age of overconsumption,
right?
And people started like taking on more things. Just you can read about it, whatever. But basically, people had kind of shitty lives, and this was when divorce rates were starting to go back up,
right?
And this is when people were starting to take medication for whatever. So yeah, it was a low key fucked up time.
It was the beginning of the dark side. It was the hidden dark side of America.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like this, more kind of pushed under the rug stuff.
Because what the media would show you would be happy people, but like this was when people were starting to like get corrupted,
worry about nukes and shit. I mean, there was a lot.
Exactly, but like so. Anyways, like these shows that were 30 minutes, 25 minutes.
Jesus.
They are each episodic, so that means like problem happens. It's an everyday problem. Problem gets resolved. Everybody's happy.
Right.
And people love that because it took away the kind of issues that they had in their lives. And that's why people were just like, I just want to sit back and have a feel-good show.
Right.
And now we have shows
just
about
kind of sad in a way.
And
then we have Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, no, that's interesting. What were we even talking about before? Music. Post-rock. Mumble rap. So we're just going to wait again for this earthquake to subside. But again, a lot of people listen to trap, listen to hip hop, emerging new genres of trap and hip hop just for the noise and the vibe rather than say the lyrical contents, rather than say the complexity of the instrumentals. Like just how it makes you feel more so than actual, I don't know.
A lot of, rap and hip hop lyrics have kind of become the same.
Right.
And this is kind of like, I'm gonna fuck that bitch, I'm gonna blah, blah, blah. And so, and when...
God, fucking preach.
I mean... In kind of
that's a generalization, but I understand.
In a really ironic way,
right.
It's kind of like the like rap used to be like kind of meant something, I guess, and it still does.
Nice.
It still does for some
people. Hip hop,
but I'm like, it kind of feels like the words have become so diluted to the point that people don't even give a shit about fucking a bitch. Now it's just like I want to hear a guy go.
No, yeah, that's there you go. That's true. Lil Yachty, another example of just kind of not giving a fuck about I don't want to say the quality because I don't want to say that they're bad.
It's
music.
about how it sounds
and makes you feel and the vibe that they give off.
And the dope ass beat.
The thick ass beat. Just another earthquake. Just listen to that, would you? We're keeping all this. I want people to experience this.
Best episode yet.
Episode 4, the earthquake episode. Yeah. This is how about that? Jesus, mumble rap's good. Although I will say, your opinions on rap are a generalization.
Oh, I agree.
Because you don't listen to a crazy amount of rap, do you?
I've started getting myself more into it.
Okay,
just because there's a reason why people like it, of course.
Yes.
So
people like me.
So I don't really listen to like underground rap or like
Death Grips.
I've listened to Death Grips actually because they're fucking crazy.
It's them.
But I listened to the newest Tribe Called Quest.
That's good.
Last night.
That's good. I even haven't listened to that. Now that I think about it,
it's good. It's finally silence. But no, it's something. Sorry, something I cut my throat.
Jesus Christ.
But no, it's like I'm slowly like being opened up to, hey, it's not just this pointless, loud music that people say they like, even though they have no idea what the fuck it's all about.
My assignment for you, if you've already listened to Tribe Called Quest, their album, The Low End Theory, is highly, I don't know. It kind of gave birth to like non-mainstream alternative rap, right?
Okay.
It gave birth to rap that's not just hard sampling, hard beat. It's just like it's a little jazzy, it's a little of this, it's a little of that. It's really interesting and kind of electric in some ways, and it just every goddamn song makes me nod my head and just like just the beat is really good and their voices fit in so well. Q-Tip and fucking Phife Dawg recipes. They just that's like their most coherent, just like focused effort, in my opinion.
Cool.
And then occasionally they'll let it out, like in the final song called Scenario. Busta Rhymes is on it in his fucking prime. Busta Rhymes, he just destroys it. He destroys it. He's just like, oh, he's just like at a certain point he's going, oh my gosh, and you're just like, what? I can't believe this.
You're like, oh my god.
Exactly. No, he's just like, how am I rapping this well? And I'm like, I don't know, Busta Rhymes. But now Busta Rhymes is just sort of big faded. Now. He's faded and he's just big, if that makes sense. He's not like...
He's still a presence.
He's not like muscular, but I mean physically as a human. Okay. No, he's like, it looks like he's bulking up to cut, but he's just always bulking up, if that makes sense. Recently. I mean, I haven't seen...
So he's hefty.
He's hefty. He's thick with 2 C's and no K. Damn, is she thick. Damn. Speaking of Drew, do you like thick women or skinny women?
Boys like a little more booty to fucked up the song lyrics. That's supposed to be...
You're bringing booty? Oh.
That was the Megan Trainor song.
I'm glad that neither you nor I can remember the Megan Trainor lyric. I'm very glad.
What's that song called?
All About That Bass.
There you go. Thank you. I would say on the whole...
She says I'm bringing booty back, which
she
never
does.
left. It never left.
Damn straight,
Fuck
Jack.
it, man. Whatever.
I don't like fucking tiny ass.
Yeah. You're like flat bitches.
It does give the advantage of being able to just kind of like
use them.
Do as you please, I suppose.
Oh my god.
Destroy them, if you will.
Oh my god.
But I don't know. I like a little bit of substance here and there.
You like a little bit of substance. So
I mean, I probably like a mixture, like just kind of like a curvaceous. We'll go.
Jesus fucking Christ. So
voluptuous.
I suppose. Are you an ass man or are you a tits man?
So interesting
This is the sexual episode. What's your development?
Okay, so growing up, totally a tit dude. Totally like, does she have big boobies? She's attractive.
Nice.
But like kind of over time, I've just kind of like, boobs are just, if they have them, big plus. Great for you. Top marks.
I'm gonna be
doing great.
Good job. Great job.
But probably like a good ass can outweigh good tits, I think.
To quote 4chan, if I may. A good ass.
Incredible.
A good ass can make up for a lack of tits, but nice tits can't make up for a flat ass. Both are nice, and having both is great, but the ass is the foundation of a nice body. It's fairly empirical. And if that doesn't sum up what is truly the correct answer,
it's very scientific.
I don't know what is. That's my stance. I'm not even going to tell you if I'm a tits man or an ass man because I think it's evident.
It's just science.
It's just science.
That's just proven.
Science.
It's just
I'm just
factual
correct.
evidence.
I'm just correct.
That being said, I do like a good pair of knockers every once in a while.
What large knockers. Young Frankenstein. Shouts out to that movie. And Mel Brooks in general. I was about to say Mel Gibson.
Pretty ahead of its time.
Pretty ahead and also behind. I mean, it's filmed in black and white. It's supposed to look like it's from the 30s and 40s. And even doing that is kind of cool. Like how he filmed in black and white even when color was so easily available. I don't know. That's an interesting artistic choice for me. But, wonderful movie. I haven't seen any other Mel Brooks movies, really. Pardon me, really.
One of the most overhyped movies of all time, in my opinion, is Spaceballs.
Yeah.
It's funny sometimes. It's not funny all the time.
I think I've seen already all the funny parts of it. Just different, like... she doesn't look Drewish. Just stuff like that.
I always love that because of my name. But,
fuck off.
But, I think, the alien bit is funny.
Right.
Where, like, he bursts out of his chest and he starts singing, Hello, my honey, hello, my darling. That's really funny. But then, like, the rest of it, it's...
rough.
It has great moments.
Yeah.
As a whole, it's boring.
Oh, like, it has, like, we ain't found shit. I don't know.
That's a funny moment. But then the rest of it's just kind of like, okay, let's...
That's interesting that you bring up...
Let's get going.
That's interesting. So moments versus, like, I think it's interesting, like, that you say that movie has a lot of good moments, but no real, like, act flow to it or overarching.
I mean, to be fair, that's a lot of comedies.
Right, it's a lot of comedy. It's a lot of comedies, but also I heard this interesting kind of point about Zack Snyder's Batman vs. Superman, where a lot of things in that movie Zack Snyder wanted to be moments.
Did you see that movie?
I did.
Now we got a conversation.
I was about to say, no. A lot of like moments were in that movie, like Superman slowly coming down to save the flooded people, Superman being like grabbed by all of those like Dia de los Muertos people. I don't know. It's interesting. And yet there were no like scenes in it, if that makes sense. Like there were only moments and not really scenes.
I would contradict that.
Really?
The Batman getting Martha Kent scene.
Right.
The Batman moment in that film.
Yeah.
It's towards the end of the movie. It's one of the best Batman scenes put on film.
That's when he goes to say, I'm shaky.
Like,
I saw it a little while.
It's in the warehouse.
Yes.
And he like,
when he clears the so when he clears the room,
yes,
saves the woman,
yes,
answers the phone.
Yeah,
great.
That scene is phenomenal. That's what the whole fucking movie should have been. Because
hopefully that's what the Batman will be with
it's every day it goes downhill.
That's true. Because, shit, really? That's funny.
So, Joe Manganiello or whatever his name is,
right?
He's supposed to be Deathstroke.
Okay.
Deathstroke's going to be in a live action movie, which is on paper he's one of the coolest villains I think in all of Batman.
He was Teen Titans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They did him really.
He's got the like half face and he uses guns and a sword.
Oh, fuck yeah.
One of the most badass guys.
Right.
But in a most recent interview, he said, "I don't even know if I'm going to be in this movie."
Holy shit, man!
So which means that, and so like also,
really going.
Ben Affleck was supposed to direct it. Right. He's not anymore.
Oh yeah, he said that he gave some reason for it.
He gave a reason for it, which is passable,
right?
But it still makes me worried.
I agree. So because he is a talented director, isn't he? Writer, director. I can't remember what he's talented. Yes. He won some Oscar for something. Good Will Hunting. Didn't we already go over this?
Argo is what he won Best Director for, and I think Best Picture for.
Okay.
So Argo's a good movie.
So he's accomplished. Right?
Yes, and then he also did The Town, which is a really cool movie.
There's a great scene in The Town where they're all in the nun shit.
I really love The Town.
I haven't seen the movie. I have seen this one great scene though, which is them packing all the money into the car, and the cop looks and he just sees them doing that, and he just looks, he considers it, and he just looks away and lets them get away. That's one of the most interesting. I've never seen that done in a film personally.
That's
I guess John Wick, like the cops just knowing what he's up to and not interfering. That's a type of interaction, but I'm not sure.
Have you seen John Wick 2?
I haven't seen John Wick 2. Have you seen John Wick 2?
Fuck, dude. That's my favorite movie of the year so far.
Did they pull it off again? Like, John Wick itself was really good, and I was very worried about a sequel to it, honestly.
I was talking with somebody about this today. Yeah. John Wick 1... So I heard only great things about it.
Yeah, I thought it was wonderful.
Saw the movie and I liked it, but I didn't love it.
Right.
There was I felt like the story was only there to get you from action scene to action scene.
Okay.
Which I mean, whatever, that's fine. But then there was the scene where they go into the club to kill like the dude is an awesome scene.
Pretty fucking cool.
And then
doesn't even kill the dude.
And then there's like one of the scenes in the hotel. But I thought the final confrontation was stupid.
Oh really?
And just like I don't know, it felt kind of
was
all
it with
over
the car and
place.
everything?
Yeah, that scene.
Again, not great memory.
Yeah, it had a lot of potential, but it was a really fun movie. It was better than it needed to be.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
John Wick 2, the first 30 minutes up to an hour or so is slow.
Okay.
And at first I was
Which you wouldn't expect.
Yeah, because John Wick 1 just kind of goes.
Instant, yeah.
Like it sets up like his wife died. He got a dog. Dog's fucking dead.
Now we're
gonna have a movie.
Now we're having a movie.
But this one I thought was so it sets up the story. I know what you're saying.
Just keep going. It's fine. I just keep hearing you in different ears.
It sets up the story, and and he goes over to Rome. And so, this is like a worldwide one.
Ooh, it's like Cars 2.
No, and so what's great about it, it expands the world of John Wick.
Cool. That's good. That's what a lot of people were like. I like how it establishes all this. Now it needs to kind of, I want more of that.
It's a great sequel. Because the first one, it has this whole, I forget what it's called, like the Enterprise or something like that. It's like, it's the hotel where they stay.
Yeah, that's insane.
And like,
how it has rules.
At the hotel, you can't do any business at the hotel.
Right.
And then the second one, like they show that it's called the Syndicate, I think.
Right.
And it's a worldwide operation apparently.
Fuck.
So there's like hitmen kind of everywhere.
Okay.
So it's really interesting. But they go to Rome, and he is basically blackmailed by this one dude to kill his sister.
Oh, to kill John Wick's.
No.
For John Wick to kill
the employer's sister.
Oh, okay.
And as he's getting it, they have this whole like gearing up scene where he goes to like a place to get guns, a place to get like a suit, a place to get like a map of the area.
Oh shit.
And then you get him walking up to kill the lady. And what's really cool, so he has all these guns that he got.
Right.
He puts them in locations. Like he walks a couple feet, puts it behind a rock, goes forward, puts it all setting up for this action scene.
Yeah, and puts it all up places, as in where he can't.
Yeah, like hidden places. He goes in the ruins of this place, so it's underneath.
Holy shit.
And he does this, and so he goes in, and then spoiler, he kills the lady he's trying to kill.
Okay.
And then after he leaves there, the action goes down. All the guns he uses are utilized. It's one of the coolest action scenes ever.
Shit.
And from that point on, the movie does not stop.
Okay, good. So it has a very clear, this is where shit ramps up.
It's a slow burn, and then basically from there, it doesn't fucking stop. Common, the rapper Common, is in the movie.
Common's in the house.
He's kind of like
holy shit.
He's like rival in the movie.
Okay.
He's the only.
Is he a good actor?
He does a good job. He does a really good job in the action scene.
Good.
There is one scene that is so fucking cool for how understated it is.
Right.
So like John Wick is trying to get away because like they put like a bounty on his head, something like that.
Of course.
And so he in Common notices him. And so they're looking at each other, and they do this, but they're in the middle of the public.
Oh shit!
So they're taking shots at each other with silencers on, and nobody knows what's happening. So like every option they get, they'll just kind of like eye each other, let loose a shot. It's the most intense fucking thing ever. And then they get in a subway.
Right. Oh no!
But they keep going further to the end of the road, so people get off. And more people get off, and they're just looking at each other the whole time.
Shit.
It's so cool.
That's wonderful.
And
oh my lord.
There are so many awesome, gruesome kills in it.
Oh, okay.
And the ending.
It's hardcore.
And the ending, I wasn't expecting either. There's also a really cool scene. If you watch the trailer, you see this. But it's this art museum or art exhibit where it's all mirrors.
Oh fuck!
So he's fighting in this place that's all mirrors.
Oh dear! It's like is it like the club scene of this movie? Like is it the one cool?
Yeah,
like
that's the one.
Environment one.
That's the one that's like visually awesome.
Yeah.
But and that's how it goes out. And what's amazing about that scene to me, imagine filming that. Imagine filming that and having the camera and not having the camera reflect back on you.
That's smart as shit.
It's really well directed. It's.
Good. Thank God.
Like honestly, it's
I didn't
great.
If there's any sequel that I've ever not wanted to flop and like do it's John Wick.
Yeah. So when I was talking to my friend earlier today,
right?
We said like, so they released trailers and it looked pretty not promising.
Oh really?
Yeah, it looks just super like cut and paste action movie stuff.
Okay.
I mean, okay, what it looks like, hey, the first one people liked.
Here's more of it.
We got more money.
Okay. Right.
We're making more so you can give us more money. But then this is a movie that I feel like they went, okay, we're gonna expand on the world and make it better, I think, than the first one.
Oh, thank God.
I would highly check it out.
Yeah. I suppose that's just good sequels in general. Just like improve upon what the first one did good, get rid of all the shitty stuff the first one did, and maybe expand. I know nothing about movies.
Well, we already kind of had it, but now we're going to go to a new section of the show called Drew's Movie Minute.
Oh, segment. That's our
okay, so
segment.
Last week I saw the film Get Out.
All right. What did you think about it, Drew? In 1 minute.
Yeah, we'll get a timer
going, bitch.
We'll throw it up on the screen.
You'll start.
Look at that.
We're gonna start the timer in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so Get Out. It's all about kind of like black and white social like racial tensions, right? So that's the social commentary it goes for. It takes that and makes a really interesting idea of kind of being abducted and stuff like that, and then how and so Jordan Peele made the movie so that people could have different viewing experiences. Ooh. For white people, it would be really uncomfortable. Right. For black people, it would be terrifying because they know exactly what it's like. Ooh. There's a bunch of really great scenes. The writing is excellent because the writing, what it does is that everything that it puts in the movie all comes into fruition later.
Okay.
Like nothing's put there by accident.
Right.
And so it's really interesting. It's not a scary movie, not in the sense that like it's terrifying.
For white people.
Well, yeah, but it's not. There's not like jump scares. There are some, but they're not. But they're not. It doesn't rely on them. It's more like thrilling and terrifying on the psychological aspect. It's really cool. One of the most fun movies I've been to, behind John Wick 2.
Right.
Really check it out. Has a 99% on Rotten Tomatoes, and that's time.
God fucking damn. And that was and that was Drew's movie minute. And that was Drew's movie minute. How about that? Yeah. Let us know if you like that.
We should keep that segment.
We'll keep that segment because Drew's seeing new goddamn movies all the time. Want to do another one? No, we won't.
No.
I won't stress your mouth and brain.
I just kind of to expand on it.
No, feel free.
It's fun.
Okay.
It's a movie that I thought was going to be overhyped.
Right.
And it wasn't. It's I think Jordan Peele does a great directorial debut in it.
I didn't know he could. I don't know. That's interesting. Key and Peele are far more talented than I give them credit for. I think. I don't know why. I guess I dismissed them as like a sketch comedy TV show, which is really hit or miss for me, and I just haven't seen enough of it.
I mean, it's okay. So Dave Chappelle released a new comedy special on Netflix.
Either of those,
I watched the first one. It honestly wasn't that good.
Oh.
But one of the jokes that I thought was funny is that Chappelle's talking about like he talks about Key and Peele. And he says like, and then I met these guys Key and Peele, and they're doing my shit better than I did.
That's cool. I'm glad that they got the seal of approval from the like quintessential black sketch comedy.
So I call them the 2010s kind of like the Chappelle Show.
No, that's good. I think I think that Dave Chappelle embraces that.
They are the black comedians. I think
that's cool. I agree.
This era.
Well, sure. Well, there's plenty of others.
I think they're the most influential and widely
and popular. Yeah, just really damn commercial.
My favorite is Eric Andre.
Well, I was about to say, but less popular. Still
less popular, but if you can get behind
Hannibal Buress is goddamn hilarious. His really comedy is very good. He's fine on the Eric Andre show just to be a weird refuge.
He plays the character he's supposed to be to perfection.
Just kind of the straight man-ish, but just less crazy than Eric.
He's kind of the non sequitur.
Right, I guess.
He's just kind of like, hey Hannibal, what's up? And then he just does some random ass shit.
And then you're like, cool Hannibal. Cool Hannibal, thanks. Can I be your Hannibal Buress to your Eric Andre? I'll just be...
I don't think I'm good enough to be Eric Andre.
No, it's okay.
I'm not willing to do enough shit that he's willing to do.
Believe in yourself, Drew.
Thanks,
believe
man.
in yourself.
Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah, maybe we'll... but... I'm trying to think of other any black comedians. Two white guys. Are we
Chris
qualified?
Rock.
Chris Rock. He like and then
he's kind of faded.
He's faded.
He's kind of faded, but
appeared in a bunch of Eddie Murphy again was on top for a while. Then he just did kids movies, you know.
Eddie Murphy is the white guy's black guy.
Yeah. That's interesting. What makes you say that?
I mean, so he's the kind of comedian who really like talks about black people and stuff, but in a way that white people can be like, that's funny. It's not racist when I laugh about it because you're saying it.
Yeah, that's interesting. What a shame.
Fuck
racism.
Kevin Hart.
Kevin
Hart.
How could we forget what Tyler Perry? No, Kevin Hart. Medea goes to someplace. I don't know.
Good lordy.
Good lordy.
Mr. Saudi.
Jesus Christ. Good lordy, Mr. Saudi. But yeah, Kevin Hart for sure, man. Fuck.
Kevin Hart.
Forget. He's going to be in the new Captain Underpants movie.
Which... Did you see the trailer for it?
I saw the trailer for it. And I thought it was pretty good as far as a Captain Underpants 3D animated movie.
I mean, Ed Helms is Captain Underpants.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Which, I mean, I like Ed Helms.
I like Ed Helms. He was in the newest National Lampoon Vacation rehash movie that I saw.
And he was in the Hangover movie.
He was also in the Hangover. With first one, funny. First one, admittedly, pretty funny.
First one, funny. Second one, the same thing. Third one,
same thing. Like, first one, honestly, kind of a new idea. Like, first one I thought was just a good little fresh comedy that people enjoyed.
It was a cool way to tell a comedy.
Yeah, no, I agree. Exactly. That's interesting. Beginning after it all, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then Hangover 2 was the same.
And there's like, now we can make Asian jokes. And then the third one was like, okay, this is the one we're going out on, and we still don't have anything
new.
We
still don't have anything. It's rough. Yeah, but those fucking movies. Yeah, I'm tired.
Movies are cool. Yeah.
How's your sleep been this week, Trev?
My sleep,
okay this week.
That's good. How
I usually try to go to bed at like 11.
Okay, that's
Actually,
good.
I've had a rough week. I've had to wake up really early. So like I've been going to bed about the same time, but I've had to wake up an hour or two earlier than I usually would have to.
Right.
Just for like random ass stuff I've had to do.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah. How about you, Jack?
Poorly. I've been getting good. I talked about how my mind has just been dissolving by playing Smash and just repeating things over and over again. This is
so episode 1 we talked about Tetris Dreamin'. Was
Tetris Dreaming?
Well, you had the lines. Have you had that with Smash yet?
No, I haven't.
Good.
There are people in the Smash community who just visualize. One of the gods of Smash. I could have a whole podcast on Smash, but that's out of the blue.
We'll get in another friend of ours to help you
don't worry.
talk about that.
Yeah, certainly. But fucking, there's some people who play, like, there's a video of a very famous Smash player named Mewtwo King. His name is Jason Zimmerman in real life.
Yeah.
Congrats, Drew. He fucking... There's a video of him, he fell asleep playing Melee. He fell asleep on the couch with one hand on a controller, and they nudge his hand, and he's still asleep. His hand starts doing movements and starts doing inputs and stuff like that. And then he really kind of wakes up, and he's like, oh shit, I fell asleep. I'm like, you were just playing Smash asleep. It was terrifying. That's how you know that some people are
That's
really
literally, I could beat him in my sleep.
No, they called him the robot for a reason. He just does a bunch of crap. No, it's funny. Smash, a tiny Smash tangent. Like, Smash has this very interesting mythological sense to it and story. It's a little bit like professional wrestling. How there are overarching storylines.
Like in the professional scene.
I mean, yes, in the professional scene, and how there's plenty of stories. There are a ton of stories in Smash that like people like remember where they were when it happened, and like there are these legendary tournaments that happened like years ago. We didn't have any. Actually, we have a lot of footage from them, but like no, like streaming wasn't around then. The scene wasn't that popular, and so you hear this. And like there are a ton of different channels that
the
like make
time, Mewtwo King, four stock,
Armada. There you go, Attaboy. I'm sure that's happened before, but and so like there's actually been this large movement within the Smash community of like video essayists and documentarians, like beginner documentarians making Smash documentaries, and like there's one big all-encompassing like 10-episode, 2-hour long Smash documentary that even now, even though it was released like 3 years ago, is out of date. Like new players have risen. Yeah, it's always evolving. But like there's this new wave of preserving these stories, these mythologies, these, hey, did you hear about the time? Hey, I was there when. It's really goddamn interesting.
Well, kind of to relate to that, there's this one game you've probably heard of called EVE Online.
Ooh.
Yeah, and so that game
get into that.
That game's fucking crazy. The main reason behind it is because like that's the game where you can spend real life money on it, and it's like $70,000.
I was about to say they're not microtransactions in the
it's
slightest.
Macro transactions at that point.
Macro as fuck. Large transactions.
But it's fucking okay. So I don't know when this happened, but I was talking to a friend about this, and he like shed this light on me. And I think this is just really, really kind of cool.
Right.
But basically, so they had this one like battle.
Right.
Where like they've made factions in the game, that kind of thing, but they're like factions of like thousands of people.
Jesus.
So they at one point in time, the server of the game had to render 3,000 human players at one time having this fight.
Right.
And I think 60 to 70 ships were destroyed.
Right.
60 to 70 Titan ships.
Right.
And those are the ships that cost a couple $1,000.
That is
incredible. And the thing about that game is, when they blow up, you don't get them back.
Nope.
You can't respawn. It's a real fucking ship.
Crazy.
When it's gone, it's gone.
There's this video that's like that was recently released like a couple years ago. I think it's called Welcome to EVE Online, and all it is like footage, recreated slightly footage of these big ass space battles and all these things happening. And like, I encourage fucking everyone to watch that video because it shows you the scale of these battles and the severity and the seriousness that people take this game with. Like they're like, people are just like, oh, my heart's beating, and I'm like, yeah, I would too if I had like several $100s on the line just like in this one video game.
Yeah.
It's massive, and that's another community. Like, if it weren't for like one thing I saw on Reddit, I would have no idea that community existed.
Exactly, and like when I was talking about this battle in particular, but apparently that's like considered like the turning point of the battle. And so there's like players who have become like, famous and everything. They're like the generals of the whole thing. They put together all these like, and so it's becoming its own history. It's this own It's something that isn't real.
Right.
But yet people have put real money, real time, and it's becoming something bigger than I think the developers ever could have imagined.
Yeah, could you imagine being a developer in that game and like people are losing like $5,000 on this game?
They've got to be making bank.
They've got to be making so much goddamn money.
Yes. God damn, those guys are geniuses.
Yeah,
and another game like that is Second Life.
Oh yeah.
Because like for people, it's literally their fucking Second Life. Like because they're spending. What? Oh, fuck! I forgot about this. Okay, Second Life has Second Life real estate agents. These are people who their real life job is to go into Second Life and to make houses, and people pay them real money, real rent for their Second Life home. They spend more time there than they do in real life.
That's disgusting.
I'm
unaware
baffling
of this. I'm unaware of that.
Second Life is one of the most unhealthy things. Because like people have gotten married and they're in love with these people in their Second Life.
But they're not married.
And they're fucking like fat asses who don't do anything. God. Second Life is for the most part a joke. Right. And for the most part it's something that like people would get online and be like, oh, it's like The Sims with other people.
Holy shit.
But no, people also put a shit ton of money into this.
Oh my lord.
you gotta
Drew's having a conniption right now. He doesn't understand. I don't understand either.
I doubt people 100 years ago ever would have imagined that we would devolve.
No, that's true.
To this
that's
state.
Interesting. That's so. Oh, that is kind of disgusting.
This goes back to the whole idea about money and currency. These things that have no value, that we give value,
right.
Because just
that's
obsessed.
Been going on forever.
And I know but this is just a new.
Why do people buy diamonds in general? They're the shiniest.
Yeah, I know.
Like they don't cost. I don't know,
but
they don't technically cost more than.
Yeah, and that's actually a pretty good argument for it. I think because like there isn't like. Why is anything worth anything?
Yeah, why am I defending these Half-Life heathens?
That is so...
They're these Second Life heathens.
That is so fucking ridiculous to me.
Right.
Interesting.
Jesus. No, that's interesting. Speaking of massive multiplayer games, one recently shut down. Club Penguin. Club Penguin servers.
Pouring out for the homies.
It closed down. There's an interesting... thing that's occurring with all these massive like online games, these MMOs and these MMORPGs. Like when they shut down.
Consider that an MMORPG?
No, okay, all right, just like different. Yeah, I guess I don't even know. Massive multiplayer games, right?
Yeah.
That have online servers, these things that have just been like RuneScape, like all these very accessible ones, they're shutting down, and it's becoming a really interesting phenomenon when it does happen because some people have been playing the game since its beginning, and it has a huge emotional effect on the audiences of these games. Like there's an entire subreddit dedicated to the final moments of all of these massive games, like on the final server, and then it gets shut down and the connection is lost.
I mean, that's kind of sweet.
It's bittersweet. It's interesting.
It's like the ending. It's the closing of a chapter.
Yeah, but like, what do those people who have been playing this game for? Like, imagine if World of Warcraft shut down. They're done with it. They just didn't want to do it. That's what some of these smaller, lesser-known MMOs have been to some people. It's an interesting phenomenon that's only started to occur this decade, almost a little bit of last decade as well. But like with the rise of so many MMOs,
I know there's a big upsurgence of those games kind of recently. Like, there's just a bunch of like shitty ones that nobody cares about.
Hell yeah.
But still, like that's kind of like a game that you don't really so much play, but you kind of check in and you just kind of like experience it to like make your presence still known.
Yes.
And, I mean, I guess to go back, it is a Second Life in a way.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's just
it is.
It's
which
like,
can be beautiful, can be awful.
To a lesser extent, I'm going to go back to elementary school. Webkins.
Right.
Webkins just still around, but it's free to play now.
Completely?
Yeah, because it used to be you had
funny.
to buy a Webkin and you'd get the code.
It used to be a great model for Webkins. It used to be a great business model.
It was kind of like Skylanders.
Yeah, and you can buy
this-
trading cards with different rare items on
that you buy it,
I bought a pack of
and
those.
it comes to life online,
which is interesting.
But now it's free to play. You can make whatever animal you want. You can play all the mini games. You can buy whatever shit you want.
I gotta start a new web.
Well, you'd be disappointed. But still, it's just interesting how, because the player base has gone down so much,
Right.
it's just kind of become a shell of its former self. And I think you mentioned World of Warcraft earlier.
Right.
Like, World of Warcraft, I'll give that game a shit ton of credit. Every expansion they put out really brings a whole flood of people back.
Yeah, it does.
Like, the Mist of Pandaria was great.
Right.
Then I think Legion was the most recent one they had. That completely, like, gave a new graphical appeal to everything. It really cleaned it all up.
Okay.
And it actually added a lot to the game.
And you have to keep changing if you want to maintain that.
Yeah, and then
any game.
it's like
right.
kind of like the Destiny thing where like they keep expanding the level cap.
But
So like people will do everything there is to
technically
do in
always,
it,
yeah.
and then they'll release something new, and then now you've got another like fucking like month
Shit.
to like do this one thing.
you think
It's
that Destiny 2 is announced?
yeah.
Yeah. I have no, are they going to make it now again the most expensive entertainment enterprise ever made? Or no?
The teaser trailer. Okay.
I haven't seen that.
Destiny
I don't give a shit
1
about Destiny.
is just Bungie putting their name on something and people blindly following it.
Okay.
Because Bungie had Halo, good for them, and then everybody followed it, and it wasn't a good game. It was an empty game except for the raids.
Right.
And the raids, I think, are one of the best examples of co-op play out of anything.
It's like
ever.
World of Warcraft. Dungeon. Raids, I believe.
No, a dungeon. I think you're right. But whatever. You know, it's like you get all these people together and you like work on this one thing, and the raids are great. But that was the only thing I think the games had going for them.
Right.
Destiny 2 got released, and I think if they can give the game an actual fucking story,
Nice.
if they make it not so monotonous and grindy, even though I know some people would argue that's the point of the game, but to me that's a big turnoff.
Right.
But
Coming from a guy who likes Dark Souls.
yeah, a little bit. I mean, I understand
Not
that.
the same thing. Not the same.
But like that's kind of necessary grindy in the part that like you do it because like, oh, I'm gonna fight a boss now, so I can do that and progress with the game. That's just kind of like I'm gonna keep doing it over and over and over without the guarantee that I will get what I need to get.
Right.
A
lot of it is a little bit random.
It's grindy for the hell of having people keep playing the game.
Right.
Dark Souls has it because it's necessary to the way the game is
And to make you
constructed.
feel better about conquering it.
Destiny is like, how can we get shit tons of hours and therefore shit tons of money?
Nice.
Like people doing it. Oh, here we go.
Fuck capitalism.
Yeah, basically give loot boxes.
right.
So, yeah. But Destiny 2 was released. They put a teaser trailer out. It was trying to be funny.
Oh, really?
It was supposed to be like lighthearted or whatever. And basically, it just looks like what I don't want them to do, which is literally a Destiny 2. I want it to be like
a different sort of.
What I think would be great would just be release this game that's multiplayer only, and just kind of do what Rainbow Six Siege does. Just give us the raids, and you get to like experience those. So like do these like all these expeditions with a group of like 6 friends that you know. You make your own squad, and you just like. As a group, you conquer this stuff.
Right.
Do that and add some replayability in there.
GTA 5's heists, perfect example.
That's a really good example actually of having like something like that to do, and then having a fun other world that you can do.
Yeah.
Destiny has half.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's a shame. Drew.
Yep.
What have we learned today? Tonight, rather.
Yeah, this is the Friday
latest.
night.
This is the
podcast.
latest. This podcast is gone.
It is still Friday though.
Goddamn right it is.
Today, Jesus Christ, it's already an hour. So today we talked about music.
Yes.
Post rock, check it out. Mumble rap, you can check it out. I guess.
The fuck you want.
We talked about fucking John Wick 2.
Right.
Get Out briefly. Movie Minute. They'll probably be coming back.
Let me know if you like that. If you like that shit.
Fuck. What else? We talked about Second Lives and games. You just kind of
the dying of MMOs.
We talked about game communities.
Game communities.
That's a good way to put it.
Game communities.
You got anything else? I'm always the wrap up person.
We've learned that I'm tired, and that the capitalist system will fall.
Well, did you really learn that today?
That's right.
I think everybody knew that.
I think everybody knew that. That's true.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But
We talked for an hour.
We're getting good at that.
We're getting good at that. We're getting good at that. They're talking, and we hope that
for better or worse.
We hope that you enjoy them. They're listening. We hope you enjoyed them there listening to this podcast. Let us know, any feedback you may have for us idiots in a room late at night talking into microphones.
Fun fact: so we added the Movie Minute podcast segment to this podcast, and that's something that we're going to try and do more stuff like
People
that.
Like segments.
And also, we might try and get a guest on coming up.
So if you know anybody,
don't worry, they're probably not famous.
Not at all. Not at all.
But
Charlie Sheen.
So how's cocaine?
All right. Winning, right? How's your AIDS?
But yeah,
he's got HIV. Regardless, we hope that you enjoyed listening to our rambling tonight. We hope that you have a lovely morning, noon, afternoon, evening, night, whenever the hell you're listening. Tomorrow. We hope that you have a lovely tomorrow.
And you know what can make any tomorrow fantastic?
What's that, Drew?
A good old Egg McMuffin at the
McDonald's. We're sponsored by McDonald's this whole time.
At the McDonald's.
We're sponsored by McDonald's this whole time.
Just it.
Let me eat this McFlurry.
Man, that's the man. That cookie is
God,
better than
it's not cold. It's not cold anymore. It's awful.
Wow, it's hear that? That's a double quarter pounder box right there. McDonald's. Let us put the Mac in your dough.
In your Donald's. Thank you for listening.